Hi everyone, and today in the lesson we're going to be using Isaac Chemistry to finish off our study of Kp. So you'll find that I've set you the assignment of this set of problems called I1 equilibrium constant Kp. Okay, now I just want to show you how to use the drag and drop tool here in Isaac Chemistry, because doing the numbers is easy enough, but people get very stuck on how we use the drag and drop tool, but it does help you in your study of the chemistry topic. So here, if I look in this first box and I see in this problem I1.1, write expressions for Kp for the following gas phase equilibria using the notation P brackets A for the partial pressure of A. Now, as you can see, I've done one already, and let me show you how I did one. So here in B, I have an equilibrium, 3 moles of oxygen in equilibrium with 2 moles of O3, which is known as ozone. So I'm going to go into this drag and drop tool, and because I know, here's the equation, 3 moles of oxygen is in equilibrium with 2 moles of ozone. So therefore, what I want is I've got 2 moles of ozone, and I want to make sure that I'm dividing one by the other. So I'm going to get this little thing, A over B, and I'll put that there. And I want ozone on the top. Can you see how I drag it to the little dot? So I know where it's going to go in the equation. And the partial pressure of oxygen, the dot at the bottom. That's great. And down here it's showing me what I think my expression looks like. Now it's not finished, because if you notice, 3 moles of oxygen in equilibrium with 2 moles of ozone. So the partial pressure of ozone has to be squared. So let me get a squared, which is the number 2, and that needs to go on that dot. Can you see a dot, another dot, the top dot, because I'm squaring it. And then the bottom one, because it's 3 moles of oxygen, I'm going to cube it. So let me get that 3, and I'm going to put it there. Again, you can see 3 dots, and it goes in the top dot. Now I can see down here that I got an expression that looks like I want it to look. So I'm going to submit that, and I'm going to go check my answer. Correct! That's super. Okay, now you can type it in if you have a keyboard, say on a laptop, but obviously if you're doing it on a tablet or on your phone, you're going to need to use this tool. Let's see it used one more in one of the other hexagons of problems. Not all of the problems are like this in these problems. Some of them are much more accessible in terms of just putting in numbers for an answer. So here in the second one, it says, write balanced equations to show the equilibria represented by the following equilibrium constants Kp. So now they're giving us the expression for Kp, and they want us to think what the equation is. So here what I can see is the partial pressure of chlorine atoms squared divided by the partial pressure of chlorine Cl2, the molecules. Okay. Now it reminds me of this down here, and I have the chemical species to use. So the equilibrium, well, the guy who is on the left of the equation, the reactant, is the person who's on the bottom. So that's Cl2. So let me put him over there. So he's like on the left. Meanwhile, now I need a chemical symbol, and I'm going to need the equilibrium symbol. And as you can see, I can put it there. I don't want to put it there. I want to put it in front of this guy. And that's the point of these little dots that appear around it. Now, chlorine also needs to go in, but wait a minute. Partial pressure of chlorine squared here in the equation, in the expression for Kp. So it's going to be in equilibrium with 2 moles of. Once again, there's a dot for the 2, and the chlorine going in front of it there. Now you can see once again the equation appears down here at the bottom right hand corner. So I'm going to submit that and check my answer. And there we go. So I have got it correct, and I'm very happy. Okay, so that's how we use the drag and drop tool. Once again, if you do have a laptop and you're able to type these things in, you can type them in, but if you only have a tablet or a mobile phone and you're doing it on your tablet or your mobile phone, you will need to use this tool, and that's how it's done. So this is our main activity for today, is to work through the questions in this set of problems, which are called I1, equilibrium constant Kp. Remember guys, the problems get harder as you go through the hexagons. So don't be a smart Alec and go straight to the last one and think, oh, I'm just going to do the last one. No, guys, it's like running a 5k. You've got to warm up first. You've got to warm up your body, you've got to warm up your muscles, and then you can run your 5k at the end. Okay, don't go straight in there because you'll only become disheartened. All right, and that's our work for today.